But yo, so have you been looking for new Phillies merch lately?
I actually have. I feel like I'm running low on t-shirts.
All right. Well, since you are, you and the other Phillies fans should head over to phillygoat.com to get your Philly Goat merch and use the code BTVPod for 10% off your next order. Beyond the Bank is proud to be an affiliate with Philly Goat, and as always, go Phils.
Beyond the Bank, we're talking baseball. Beyond the Bank, may we make takes, Beyond the Bank, Phillies fever, catch it now. Bleeding red is hell. Beyond the Bank.
Welcome back to another episode of Beyond the Bank Phillies podcast. I'm your host, Pete, along with my co-host, Henry. What is up, my guy?
It was long trip on the West Coast. 10 o'clock game should be illegal.
Yeah, I don't think they have another one till like August, but I guess you can kind of say the trip was successful. 4-2 record. I mean,
definitely.
Right? I mean, people are mad about it.
You said that we were going to win four out of 6, and it was a different 4 out of 6 than you thought, but
right.
Here we are.
Exactly. Well, yeah, and of course, people are mad at the fact that they went 4-2 on the road trip, which I get. And we'll get a little bit more into it, but I don't know. I mean, if you would have told me that after the road trip that they were gonna be 4-2, I would have been like, I mean, the offense yeah. I mean, the offense must be amazing, right? I mean, not really, but say like, but like, that's almost kind of like the misleading part to it, right? Where you think like it's 4-2, they did, they swept one series and then whatever, but no, it's like, I mean, there's obviously some things that we need to talk about that was really stood out like a sore thumb.
Absolutely.
For the West Coast trip. So didn't get to talk after the San Diego series. That's why we saved it for today or whatever, since I figured, we were going to, and then work got in the way. So unfortunately I had to can that. So
but believe it or not, we don't do this for a living.
Right, exactly. we wish. I mean, one day.
Yeah,
maybe.
Right. Oh, yeah.
One day.
Maybe.
But yeah.
For anybody watching the YouTube, yes, I am drinking out of a Pirates cup.
Right.
I don't have any Phillies cups right now, so.
Yeah.
Thanks,
don't be.
If you're not watching the YouTube, go watch the YouTube.
Right. Exactly. Yeah. Good point.
Just saying.
So yeah. Just some quick thoughts, I guess, from San Diego series. Obviously, they swept the series. 3-game series over there. Obviously, they played very well when they got to San Diego for some reason. I mean, they almost play better there than home right now, but but yeah. So I think there's a couple things that really stood out from this series. Obviously, because of two players. The first one we'll talk about is Johan Duran, who made his 100th career save with the Phillies. Definitely one of those things that I think some people may overlook. Obviously. There's been some complaints recently with Duran, which I really don't know why. People were saying like, "Oh, he's so hittable now, like he's gonna be ass," which you can stop that now. But I mean, when we look at it, right? I mean, those first 2 games in San Diego, I think he pitched back-to-back games. If I'm not mistaken. So
he did. Yeah.
I mean, he's definitely been getting used a lot in certain situations, but. I mean, a huge congrats to him, during that series to get that 100 career save.
Big milestone for sure.
And especially with us too, which is it was exciting to see.
Yeah. And I think I was over my buddy's house last night and we were watching the game and we were talking about like, what is this team going to be? Like, we don't know.
Right.
And he made a good point. He said, well, we didn't know what it was in 2022 either. I said, that is true.
Mm-hmm.
But this is not our first year with this collection of guys.
Right.
And then Duran popped up on the screen. I said, that guy right there is going to be the difference. Because we actually have somebody that can come in and close out ball games multiple nights in a row.
Right.
Again, last time we talked, I said that I don't have my feel for Don Mattingly yet. Like, kind of what he's going to do, what he's not going to do, how many guys he'll throw in a night, and then, back-to-backs, all that kind of stuff.
Right.
But it seems like he knows when to press the Duran button.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, last week we talked about the one Sanchez game. He went 8 shutout, and Duran gave up a home run.
Right.
And that was it. That was game. Like, and I was talking to my dad afterwards, and he goes, well, how can Duran give up a home run? I said, no. You're asking the wrong question.
Right.
My dad knows a lot about baseball, so it kind of felt
Right.
good to school him a little bit. I was
Right.
like, you're asking the wrong question. The right question to be asking is, why can't we get one run across the plate?
Right. Yeah, exactly.
We couldn't. We stunk. So, like, people wanting to get on him about stuff, like, to me, it's wasted breath. It's misdirected anger.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. Yeah, and I agree. And that's the thing, if there's one thing that's the least of my worries, I think it's Duran, especially
exactly.
in the bullpen. I know that, and I'm confident that we will re-sign them going into the future. I'm not going to get into that yet when the time comes. But regardless,
may not be baseball next year, so we'll see.
Yeah, but the fact that he was almost just not gifted, but we went out there and got him at the deadline last year. I mean, one of Dabrowski's, I guess, best moves since being here, I guess you could say. It's top of the list for sure.
Yeah.
I just think it, like you said, it just feels good to know that we could press that button and be like, hey, listen, this guy's gonna go out there and close it down for us. And guess what? Sometimes we're supposed to accept, hey, listen, the guy's gonna give up some hits. That's baseball. It happens. I mean, you look at some
hard contact.
You look up at some of the best closers in the game from history that they weren't always perfect. They just weren't. It wasn't. That's just not how it was. And I think that sometimes us fans or some people do, when you think about a legitimate shutdown closer, right? That we've been spoiled with some good closers in the team's history. You know what I'm saying? Look at Brad Lidge, all those guys.
Papelbon even.
Yeah, and you think that it's going to be shut down all the time. Well, it's not. Realistically, it's just not going to happen. But if the guy knows that he can go out there, has a lot of high velocity to throw at hitters and get them out and close the game down, it's okay, you feel great about it. And I mean, he's still technically young. It's not like he's
how old is he?
Prime. That's a good question, but I just know he's not that old.
January 8th, 1998. So he's what, 28?
Okay,
that's disturbing because I'm 27.
Right. Yeah. So it's
and I'm sitting here eating hot Cheetos watching him pitch, being like, man, I could do that. And he's a year, and I'm like, man, what is he doing? Yeah.
Right. Nah, but I mean, age 28. I mean, listen, you got him in his prime years. You know what I'm saying?
We saw 34.
Right. You saw what he could do at Minnesota, and now he's doing stuff with us. So and now getting this this milestone in his career, I think it's a blessing to see. I think in my opinion, at least, I enjoyed
absolutely
seeing him successful and stuff like that. Main thing I want to get to and talk about, we didn't get a chance to after the series, but Christopher Sanchez.
That's it.
That's it.
Over. Go Phillies. Pod's over. Dude, he is. You want to talk about a treat to watch, man?
I know.
So for people who didn't see it, A, you're living under a rock, but B, Sanchez broke a 115-year-old record for scoreless innings. It was held by Grover Cleveland Alexander, and he threw 41 innings in a row scoreless in 1911. I don't think people understand that was 115 years ago.
It's nuts.
This wasn't 10 years ago. This wasn't that's unfathomable.
I know.
And he's not done.
Still going. It's still alive, man.
3 2/3.
Yeah.
Dude, that's crazy. There were a couple of accounts that kept saying, this is why you idiots that go wake me up in October, nobody respects your opinion, because if you're not going to watch the games, you're missing history. This is what happens over a 162 game span.
Right.
Duran gets his 100th save. Sanchez breaks a record that's been standing since before my great-grandparents.
Right.
Or during my great-grandparents while they were still alive. That's insane.
Yeah.
So if you're doing yourself a disservice by sitting these games out because they don't perform when the lights are the brightest.
Right.
They just you're doing yourself a disservice. And I feel bad for you, but I also don't.
Yeah. No, I fully agree. And I think when I was watching it, I was at work watching it, and for me personally, I think I texted you too. I was rooting that whole I wanted Sanchez to get that so bad.
It was a playoff game. That's what it felt like. Like it was,
and I couldn't care less about anything else. I wanted him to get that record. Just because, and listen, we've been talking about Sanchez a lot these last 2 pods, deservingly so. But I just think like like I said last pod, the journey he's gone through, right up until this point, like I mean, the guy has worked his ass off.
Yeah,
and I just was like, and it was tough too because like it was a scoreless game throughout half the game, obviously because the offense couldn't wake up until later on in the game, whatever, right? But it's just like you're sitting there, and there was a couple dicey moments where it was like, oh, it might end.
Yeah,
like,
dude, never made it easy.
Hit one, like it was just like
356-foot flyout.
Yeah.
By the way, that's in the article. I gotta see whose article this is. Paul Casella for LMB.com. He said, 356-foot flyout.
Yeah,
which Sosa just,
dude, I know it was
that
dicey.
flyout reminded me of the ending of the no-hitter in Chicago for Cole Hamels.
Okay,
when Abdul fell on the warning track.
Yeah.
Ended the game. It was like, oh my gosh, really? Like, even Sanchez was like, sigh of relief. Thank God.
Yeah, and that's the other thing too, right? Like you knew he wanted that. Like he was pitching his ass off for it, right? And when it finally happened, like obviously very stone faced, whatever, wasn't like doing too much. And then like later in the game, when like I think it was the inning before he came out of the game, or whatever. Again, you see the emotion by him. You know what I'm saying? He's slapping the glove, like going off. Like that right there, like that got me hyped. Like I was at work, like I had to step in the back to scream for a second. I was like it's a great moment, and it's like I said, the journey, bro. Like that's what it's about. It's not even the fact of like getting there. It's like what it's taken for him to get to this moment now. And there's so much more. Like you said, it's not even over. It's still going. There's an opportunity to like set an MLB record, dude. Like it's just like that was for the Phillies. This kid's set for the league record now. You know what I'm saying? So
So just to give you some, I mean, he's Oral Hershiser's right there.
Right.
You're next. Like
right.
I want to throw this stat at you, and I don't know if you've seen this.
There's been a lot of debate as far as the NL Cy Young because it's very top heavy. You have Sanchez, you have Jacob Mizorowski,
right?
You have Paul Skeens, you have Shohei Ohtani. It seems like Shohei is not out of the race, but like it seems like he's going to be closer to MVP than Cy Young. Now,
I don't know. Not with that .87 ERA. I don't know.
Well, but it doesn't seem like he's the one that's the favorite.
I know, but
like among voters, I know Shohei gets blown and every time they get a chance.
Right,
Sorry, but like it's true.
Yeah, you're good.
It's brutal. Like it's really bad.
Right. Big bad podcast. We're good.
The big, yeah.
Go ahead.
The big thing for me, when the big question has been, is it Jacob Mizorowski or is it Sanchez?
Yeah,
that's been the two. Skeens has had a couple outings where he struggled. He gave up 6 against us, 5 against us, whatever it was.
Right.
Only went 5 innings. Not really a Skeens-esque outing. So this is what gets me. Everybody wants to go Jacob Mizorowski or Christopher Sanchez, who has the better, stats. Passion put out today that he asked who had the better month of May. Christopher Sanchez went 4-0, 39 innings pitched, 25 hit, which, by the way, an entire scoreless month. Bananas. 39 innings pitched, 25 hits, 0 runs, 3 walks. 3.
Right.
45 strikeouts, a 0 ERA, and a 1.06 FIP. Mizorowski, 5-0, 38 and a third innings pitched, 14 hits, 1 run, 6 walks, 57 strikeouts, a .23 ERA, and a .63 FIP. On paper, you could sit here and say, yeah, Sanchez hasn't given up a run. And it just in a month. Not if you throw away the scoreless streak and whatever, you could say he's got the 0.00 ERA.
Right.
But he has almost double the hits as Mizorowski. Mizorowski only got 1 run. Now, the K to walk rate is a little bit, it's almost even-ish, not really.
Right.
But it's better for Sanchez's sake. But the one thing that stands out to me, and I saved this tweet just for this. This is my whole point of this tangent.
Okay.
The Phillies rank 30th in team defensive runs saved. That means, for anybody who doesn't know, we have the worst defense in the league. That's what that means. Sanchez is still giving up 0 runs and barely anybody even getting to third base.
Yeah.
With the worst defense in the MLB. I think that needs to be looked into more. Because that tweet is from
I mean, it's unfortunate to know that, but
it is. But it just makes what he's doing that much more impressive.
Yeah.
There's errors. He, like you said, you were texting me during the streak. Why is Sanchez not getting any defensive help?
It's so annoying.
It's brutal.
Like especially when it's a simple place too. Like that is what gets me more infuriated. Like I was like freaking when like Trey made the error, and I'm like, dude, are you kidding me right now? I was like, can we like get our heads out of our asses right now and like help this guy out? Like, and like thankfully so, like he got it, or whatever. But again, the point still stands. Like, dude, like come on, man. Like it
just makes it, like I said, it makes it that much more impressive.
For sure.
What he's doing right now. Yeah. And he doesn't show any signs of slowing down.
No.
He'll come back to earth. He's not going to get a scoreless streak all season. Nobody's saying that. But, like, he is a star in the making.
Yeah.
And we're watching it in front of our eyes at a price tag that is so low.
Right.
It's unfathomable.
It's crazy. It's crazy.
That just makes it that much more impressive to me. I'm sorry. I had to get that out because I can't stand when people aren't giving him his just due because he's not some big name.
Right.
Now he is. Now he's getting national press. Now they're featuring him on Pardon My Take.
I know.
Like that's that's where we're at now.
Right.
And it's not like the Phillies are some bum franchise, which they are over time. They're a bum franchise, but it's not like the scoreless streak. Okay, we're the first 10,000 losses. Let's be honest here. We're kind of
okay, but I mean, like, come on. I get that, but
I'm saying it's not like this is like some 10-year record when somebody had a 20 inning scoreless streak.
Right.
That's 44 and a third innings. That's insane.
Yeah, it's nuts.
Sorry,
it's nuts. No, you're good.
Go on.
It's nuts. And I said, I'm happy for Sanchez. He deserves it. You know, he's worked his ass off up to this moment, and it was definitely a cool moment to witness live. So, but yeah, so the series in San Diego went good. Then we transitioned over to the series against the Dodgers that just ended today. Phillies dropped 2 of 3. Wasn't, in my opinion at least, going into it, not knowing what was going to happen. I know the Dodgers are good. I know that we play weird sometimes. Like, it was the first time being out there since the NLDS. Again, don't know why I had to see the clip multiple freaking times of Kerkering, overthrown a ball. I mean, like it's like I saw like last night while I'm out. I'm like, dude, how many more times you gotta like tell me? We get it. We get it.
I know. Like, it's
it's just ridiculous. But yeah, just out the gate, game 1, they really kind of just got shut down by a guy who, I mean, they've had success against, and they just couldn't figure it out. I felt like he was like speeding them up a little bit, which kind of caught them off guard and whatnot. But it was unfortunate because you have Wheeler on the mound, and like I think that was the frustrating part is like you have him on the mound and you lose a game like that where it's like if you could at least like scratch that win, you know what I'm saying, like real quick, like grab that one and maybe you still win Saturday or whatever, you take 2 or 3, it would have been. Nobody really would have bickered much about it, I guess. But it just felt like out the gate for the series itself, there was really just no energy, I guess. I don't know if it was just like from, the series sweep against San Diego and the Sanchez thing. I don't know if that like kind of took over a little bit and just, carried over. They were tired. I don't know. I'm not trying to make excuses, but it just felt like the vibe wasn't there. Obviously Saturday they scratch out a win. Mundo Sosa coming up in a big spot. I know we talked a little bit about, the substitution with, taking Marsh out. Yeah. The first at-bat Sosa had strikes out and it hits a home run in his second at-bat, which he did pimp the home run. I'm just saying, I know you said he didn't, but I know I am fully convinced that he did. So
and guess what? Dodgers fans were all over it. Oh, why is this guy pimping this home run? Does he know we beat them in the playoffs? Dude, you can see it. He says, oh, get out.
Right.
Because I didn't think it was going. And
Right.
because he just dropped his head, because that's what they do
Yeah.
when they hit a
Yeah.
pop-up. I was like, oh my
Right.
God, that's carrying. Oh my God. Oh my God. And sure enough, it went right off that fan and right back onto the field.
But it's great because like every time Sosa hits a home run like that, he like the way he drops the bat, it's like almost like he pimps every home run almost. Like that's what it makes it look like, because usually guys like they'll hold on to the bat or they'll drop it like not knowing. But like he hits home run, dude, and he like drops the bat like kind of
Yeah,
like
he
in
just-
like a sassy way. Like it's
Yeah.
just like it's great. And it is. That's what it looks like kind of. But it's great because I was
Zesty Sosa. That's
Sosa.
man.
Dude, no, but it's funny, right? And I'm like sitting there and I was like, please get out. And it did, thankfully.
Yeah.
And
And
they
ball
realized-
doesn't lie. Because can
Yeah.
we talk about this for a second?
Go ahead.
Well, actually, I'll get to it in my takeaways.
Okay. Well, sounds good, yeah. But and then they end up scratching that one out. Duran gets the save. And then today's game, there's really nothing to get into other than the fact that offense just couldn't put together anything against Yamamoto. And I don't want to hear that, they just didn't know it was, coming from Yamamoto because they've seen him before.
Don't want to hear
had
it all.
Yeah, they've had success with him before, so I don't want to hear it.
Yeah.
And then Andrew Painter had a good last couple of starts, which we weren't able to discuss really, or forgot to. But and then today kind of felt like he came back down to earth. And again, just one of those ruts in the road with him where it's like this is how it was going to be all year. Unfortunately, like it's the problem. The unfortunate part about it is though they were really piecing him up, like, and especially it wasn't even coming from like top of the lineup. It was bottom of the lineup guys. The Freeland, like Alex Call, like these guys, like they were piecing him up a little bit, and it just felt like.
And when is Max Muncy going to retire?
Well,
get over
I
this.
mean, come on. I mean, I'm
Hang
not going to put
hang him up. Hang him up.
That's what people
Hang
are
him
saying
up.
about Freeman too. So I don't know.
Nah, Freddie's still good.
Right, he is. But
I got to run this stat by you because I don't know if you saw
Okay,
this.
go
This
ahead.
is also from Paul Casella.
okay,
Andrew Painter by the catcher this season.
right,
JT Realmuto behind the plate.
yeah,
3.89 ERA, 34 and 2/3 innings pitched. Marshawn Stubbs, 9.16 in 18 and 2/3 innings. He gave up 2 home runs in the first 3 batters he faced today after Realmuto left.
right.
Do you think there's anything to that? Because I hate being like this player's the problem,
Mm-hmm.
but there's got to be something to that, right?
And
You have
you're
a
talking
6-run ERA difference.
right, and I mean you're talking in regards to Painter, right? Like of him matching
Yes.
up with these catchers.
Yes.
Well, and now when you think about it, right, this kind of gives credit to JT, right? Everybody is bagging on
does it in
JT or
this-
whatever,
Right.
but it's
Yeah.
a lot of it has to do with the contract or whatever. I get it, and which unfortunately JT did have to come out of the game today. I think it was a left wrist contusion. Said
Yep.
X-rays are negative, so probably be out for a day or a game or
Which
two.
is
I don't know.
surprising because he was swelling right away. I don't know if you saw.
I know. Yeah.
Freddie, look at him. He's trying to get his
Yeah,
oven
yeah.
mitt on, and he couldn't do it.
Yeah, tough thing to say. But I hope game or
He'll
two
be
will
out
be
4
fine.
days.
Yeah, right. IL reinstated from the
Yes,
date or whatever.
yeah.
Like you'll see. It's
IL
like,
stint
okay.
for a friggin' bruise. Imagine that.
Right. Yeah. No, but hope he's okay. But anyway, back to that point. I think it has a lot to do with the fact that like JT is still a good pitcher's catcher. You know what I'm saying? Like he can call a game for these guys. He help them out a little bit, and Painter definitely probably feels a lot more comfortable with him. In regards to Marshawn or Stubbs or whatever.
Which is
but
funny because he's used to them in Lehigh Valley. That's the interesting part.
Yeah, no, it is for sure. It is. I just don't know if maybe it just doesn't translate over to the major leagues. I don't know. Like that's it's just a thing for him to figure out. But but yeah, no, it definitely is eye opening, I guess. And I just think with Painter right now, it's just finding that command. Like it's like you'll see it in small spurts, and then there's couple innings or just couple hitters where it's just like they are hitting everything, dude.
Yeah.
And they're not even like blue hits, dude. They're smashing the ball out the park, dude. It's
I
like,
don't know if you saw Fritz's tweet.
God.
He was like, "It's amazing how much they're on his fastball, even though it's 98."
It's nuts, dude. Like and you feel bad for the kid, man. It's like I know he's trying to and he just gets killed, and it's like, oh my god, like you think he's almost out of it, and then it's like, no, well, back down to earth type of thing. So you want to get to your takeaways, just for
sure.
the whole West Coast trip.
Number one, the league wants the Dodgers to win.
Okay.
I think that's
Wow, we're really
obvious.
going out on a limb there.
Yes. Yeah, right. Yeah. Call me
Right,
crazy. But then
Right, call me
God's like,
crazy.
I don't know if you saw last night. I'm sure you did. My phone was dead, so I couldn't text you. And I was hanging
Okay.
out with friends.
Okay.
But
I was also out. But yeah, go ahead.
I don't even know who it was. Slid over, I think it was Pajes.
Yes,
Slid
yeah. I
over
did see a
home
clip of
plate.
it. Yep.
JT tags him. And everybody's like, nah, he's safe. And they're like, okay, challenge. Easy. This will get
Right.
rectified. Wipe your hands of it. Everything's cool.
Right.
Nope. Call stands. And everybody was like, are you kidding me? Like, he's off. He doesn't even touch the base. He still
Right.
hasn't touched home.
Right.
Remember how everybody was doing that joke about Bohm not touching home in the Braves game years ago?
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. That's what this is now.
Okay.
And I hate Andy Pajes, and I hate Will Smith, and I hate Max Muncy, and I hate all of them. I can't stand them.
Okay.
They are
right.
so annoying.
Right.
Sorry, can't deal with it.
Right. No, I get it.
Obvious. You said today. How long are we going to give the cat? How long are we going to give the catcher to challenge?
I mean,
I didn't see that inning because I wasn't watching yet. What happened?
So what the crazy thing is, right? So I'm in this Phillies fans group chat on X now because apparently I got added to it, whatever, and a bunch of people were in it. And I said in there, I said, like, is it just me or like how long are they give Dalton Rushing like a chance to challenge a call?
Don't
I
get me
felt like
started on him, but yeah, go ahead.
yeah, and they're like, no, he did it in the right like the right time frame or whatever. And I was like, I don't know, like because they tell you like you always have like a split second. I feel like to really like decide if you want to challenge or not. You can't look to anybody for help. You can't do any of that.
Right.
And then it's like he sat there for it felt like literally 5 full seconds for him to pat his head like to challenge a call. And I'm like, dude, I was like, why does he get all this time? Like I'm so confused. Like, but then like somebody brought up a good point in the chat. It was like, well, I think he was explaining something and just said like the whole thing is kind of like it's a messed up rule kind of like in the whole system of the
it
whole
is
like
because every umpire is
thing.
going to be different.
Right, exactly. So it gives them
And
like I don't know.
Like I don't know if you saw what happened in the Pirates game
Mm.
over the weekend. Brandon Lau challenged it, and the ump went no, and he was like, "What? I challenged a pitch. What do you mean no?"
Right.
No. And he ended up grounding out, and on his way back to the dugout, he must have said something, and they tossed him. I'm like, bro, is this an ump show? Like, what are we doing?
Yeah, I don't know. The whole thing is confusing to me sometimes.
And then they asked Kirkring after the game about the earned run, and he goes, yeah, no comment on that, I guess.
Right.
Because if he does say something, he's going to get fined.
Yeah, exactly. So, I don't know. But continue.
I can't stand it.
I know. It's
second, Brandon Marsh is one of the best teammates I've ever seen.
Agreed.
Tim Kelly put it out today that one of the was it last night? Today? Dude, I'm sorry. I'm messed up over here. I'm getting over something. I don't know.
Okay, yeah, you're good.
I feel like crap. Well, I felt like crap earlier, but I'm good now.
You're good.
He said, this is from Tim Kelly Sports. One of the most impressive things about Brandon Marsh during his time with the Phillies has been the genuine joy he takes in his teammates doing well,
even when it comes at the expense of his playing time. Because he has the third highest batting average in the league through what? Almost 60 games?
Mm.
That's nothing to sneeze at. That's good. That's really good.
Yeah.
Going into June with a 326 when you're a guy, no offense to him, no disrespect, of Brandon Marsh's caliber, somebody you don't expect that out of, that's massive.
Yeah.
And for you to get pulled for Edmundo Sosa, I get the right, left, and Sosa's hot when he comes off the bench. I understand all that. To me, right now, it's just not the time. And then 2 innings later, he hits the home run that gives us the lead and eventually was the go-ahead, and we won. So, we look like fools because we're like, yeah, we hate it. But the second he hits the home run, Marsh comes up behind him in the dugout and just hugs him, like wraps his arms around him. And you look at that and you're like, man, like this guy could have been pissed off. He could have been, well, this is my spot. Like I really am earning it right now. I really am.
Right.
But I mean, what's he going to do? Sit there and go, oh, I can't believe. What's he going to do? Be Castellanos? I can't believe we won and it wasn't because of me.
Right.
No, he's not going to do that. So by the way, shout out to Casty, sucked against us. But anyway.
Yeah, I was tired of hearing about all the
stinks.
quotes or whatever. Like, that was just very annoying the whole time we're in San Diego.
Well,
just saying. So
I still think he was in the right. But we'll
Whatever.
discuss that at a later date.
Yeah.
I
We
just
Yeah.
we'll discuss that on
Never.
our right.
Right.
But I just there's no better teammate, Schwarber maybe, than Brandon Marsh right now that I would hitch my wagon to like that. It's remarkable what he's doing and the maturity he runs himself with on the field and the dugout, obviously.
For sure. That was it. That was
No,
it.
then
For
my
your
third
takeaways?
takeaway. No.
Okay,
Get the
go
beach
ahead.
balls off the field because there was what
Okay, get
4
the beach-
beach balls today.
Yeah, he like texted me. He's like, "Get the beach balls off the field, please."
Oh,
So you-
everybody
like-
stop play. We're only
Yeah,
losing. We're
yeah.
losing by 8 runs. Everybody stop play. Somebody decided
Right.
to throw a beach ball on the field.
Right.
Oh no, we did it again. Oh no, we did it again.
The other
I
team's
promise
got
this is the last time.
the other team's got momentum. Let's throw the beach ball on the
Yeah,
field. Let's go.
yeah. Oh, they
Like,
have
dude.
base runners. Yeah.
Yeah. Like,
All
let's
right,
stop.
thanks.
Like, let's
Appreciate
stop with it.
Like, oh my god, man. We're in a professional baseball game here. I know
Right.
LA fans don't take anything seriously, except for
Right.
Murray. Shout out Murray. We love Murray. But
Okay.
I mean, he's the guy for my fantasy,
Gotcha.
my fantasy league group chat.
Gotcha. Okay.
Dodgers fan. I hate LA fans. They're never there on time. They just all they do is they want to take pictures. Dude, it drives me insane. It drives me insane. They're hitting beach balls onto the field.
Right.
I mean, for God's sake, what are we doing?
On this segment of what's bothering Henry today.
Nah, but like, come on,
Like-
man.
No, yeah, I get it.
Who's sneaking beach balls into the field?
Right. I was thinking, who's allowing them to bring that in? If it's not a promotional giveaway,
Who
of
knows?
so, which,
Well, right.
would
It
be
could have been a
ridiculous,
promotional,
but-
which idiotic, but
right,
nonetheless.
exactly. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, don't give Phillies fans beach balls.
Yeah, please don't. But yeah, no, reasonable takeaways. So my first one here, and I'm being dead serious when I say it. Trey Turner, he needs to stop challenging calls. I think, and half the time I think it's only because he knows that he got like caught looking, and he's just like, well, let me just challenge anyways to see. I mean, it couldn't be any obvious that it's a strike, dude. So I think he should really stop and give that up. Sometimes I think he's on drugs for anything. I do. I just feel like it's just like, I don't know what he's looking at. I have no idea. Like when he challenges, I'm like, well, way to waste a challenge. So that's my first point. My second takeaway, there shouldn't be, I said it earlier, there shouldn't be any more worries about Johan Duran. I think he's fine. Like we got to get out of this place of like he's not good or whatever. Just stop. Okay, there should be no worries anymore. I don't want to hear it. And then my final one, I think we can start to trust Don a little bit more, especially when it comes to some of these decisions.
Mhm.
Thought a little bit about it with the Sosa coming in from Marsh or whatever. I know we didn't like it, but sometimes I listen, and it's not to say that every move is great, right? Because
Yeah.
Rob Thompson did
We're
this
not
too.
fools. Yeah.
Yeah. And I just think like sometimes it works out, sometimes it doesn't. But at the end of the day, you gotta at least give him a little bit of trust now. He's officially overtaken this team. So it's like, okay, we feel like, oh, maybe he'll press every button and it'll work. No, it won't sometimes, but
Right.
at times we gotta trust and see what happens. So
Yeah.
those are some of my takeaways just from overall the last couple of series on the West Coast or whatever.
I
So,
definitely agree with the Don take, because I don't think I ever didn't have faith in him. It's just tough because it's like when you have a manager, as long as we had Rob Thompson, or even as long as we had Charlie Manuel, you're
Mhm.
like, all right, we kind of see what he's gonna do.
right.
You know when he's gonna bench a guy. You know when he's gonna do this. You know when he's gonna pull a guy.
Right.
We don't really have that for Don yet.
But it's starting to get really.
I'm definitely starting to get more and more comfortable.
All right, so to get into the question of the day, very simple, real quick. I just want to put out a stat by Matt Gelb that he put out after today's game. He said Phillies went 4-2 on this California swing, but scored 17 runs in 6 games. Their .672 OPS ranks 28th in MLB. They are 30-29. So after reading that, my question today is: do you still feel positive after walking away with a 4-2 record on the road?
I do, because the Padres are a lot better team than some people give them credit for. Like you said,
We do play the Padres really, really well.
sorry,
Right.
I have a problem with my mic stand here.
Yeah.
We play the Padres really well,
Right.
so I don't worry about them as much as some other people probably do.
Mhm.
The Dodgers, I think, I'll put it to you this way: I think a lot of people will be a lot more positive if, say, we swept the Dodgers but dropped 2 to the Padres. Nobody would care.
Right.
So I think it matters that, who you lose to. I think it matters how you lose. And speaking of how they lose, like, they're not hitting the ball.
Yeah.
Like, 4 runs isn't going to get it done in the playoffs against some of these better teams.
Yeah.
4 runs clearly isn't going to get it done against the Dodgers. 4 runs probably isn't going to get it done against the Padres if they're hot enough.
Right.
4 is not going to get it done against the Cubs. 4 is not going to get it done against the Braves. Damn sure not going to get it done against the Braves. Those are who you're competing with.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I think, you can be positive for sure, but it is to be looked at that there was a lot of, the same issues that we saw even through some of these games, even when they were doing good, right?
Right.
So, but I think at the end of the day, we're still a game above 500. You go back home. Now, the problem is, right, and we talked about before, is that they've been struggling at home. So now it's like, what are you going to get from them going back home, playing the Padres again? The Padres are going to be looking to get some revenge possibly, So it's like, it's great to be, feeling good after a road trip like that. But now there are some thoughts where you think, all right, what are you going to show us going back home now? So it'll definitely be interesting to see. All right, so trying out our new segment again. I think for a third episode in a row, if I'm not mistaken, Call the Bank. So my one for this pod, which is not funny, but just really abysmal right now for Adolis Garcia. And real quick before I bring it up, there is a stat that Jeff Kerr put out today. He said Adolis Garcia is down to 192 after the strikeout that he had in his last at bat. 153rd out of 160 qualified hitters in MLB. He has a 574 OPS, 156 out of 160 qualified hitters. Yeah. He's just absolutely abysmal right now. I mean, defensively, he's great. But when it comes to the bat, it's tough. And it's very unfortunate, but Adolis Garcia will hit 2 hits over under in his next series against the Padres.
Over. I think it's going to be over.
Okay. So you're feeling pretty confident that he'll
he's due for a couple of hits. I'm not saying he's going to hit it out of the park, but I think he's due for a couple of hits here. And it's so tough because he is so good defensively. You're like, man, if you could just get the bat together.
Exactly.
Come on, man. Come on.
Some of his swings are very
oh my God.
It's rough.
Last night, dude, I told you, it caused me physical pain. The ball was never a strike. It was a passed ball. It was so bad, and he still swung.
Yeah, I feel like he's trying to
pressing so bad.
I'm gonna say this saying that I've heard way too many times, but I feel like he's trying to do too much, unfortunately, and I think he's trying to get out of his own head and trying to just put do anything to get the ball in play, which I just think he needs to go back to whatever he used to do in 2023. And just replicate that, because I mean, for crying out loud, I can't take any more of the. It's almost like he's swinging with his eyes closed. It feels like. So
yeah, it is. Yeah, yes.
But I definitely I feel like he's gonna go over. I that's the thing, right? There's a thought in the back of my mind where I'm like, he's gonna have to go off soon. Like something's got to give.
Yeah.
Something has to give.
Something has to give. Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
And guess what? Unfortunately enough, they're not gonna DFA him. So I don't know what to tell you. It's not gonna happen.
Shouldn't. And
I know,
this
but
is
I'm just saying,
situation with Kepler and them.
Right, exactly.
We have to be honest.
Yeah, no, for sure. All right, so to get away from some of the Philly stuff now, real quick, because there was a report that put out this past weekend about the whole CBA thing, the whole deal that they put out. All right, so one of the tweets that Bob Nightingale put out, he said the MLB salary cap proposal is at $245.3 million. Meaning that 8 clubs would have to reduce payroll by a combined $578 million. Those teams that he listed were Dodgers, Mets, Yankees, Blue Jays, Phillies, Red Sox, Padres, and Atlanta. So basically, they proposed them a deal over the weekend about the floor and then the ceiling for the whole salary cap thing. And it was definitely some interesting numbers, but that was the second tweet that he put out after putting out the news about the whole set floor and the set ceiling that they proposed to most of
the Red Sox.
Yeah,
really?
Yeah, that was one of the
how they got off the Devers money. Oh well, I mean, you got Crochet, you got Ranger. Yeah, I guess.
Mm-hmm. So what are your feelings and thoughts after hearing it all?
I think both sides need to get off their high horse.
Okay.
I think, like I
Right.
understand the players want to make as much money as possible, and I fully get that.
Right.
I'm leaning more towards the player side here,
Okay.
but the problem is the game's just not competitive enough for the average fan. The top teams are really good.
Yeah.
The bottom teams are really not.
Right.
And like Bryce made a comment today, and this is when I texted you, was when I got the notification about the article. We can't lose momentum. We can't, we also can't budge. Like, this is just like it's going in a good direction, but like I don't think, we're gonna play baseball on time next year, or maybe next year at all. Who knows?
Right.
The problem is baseball's never been better than it is right now in the last 25 years, probably.
Yeah.
The Pirates are packing a stadium. The Rockies are packing a stadium. The White Sox are above 500. Stop the presses.
I was gonna say, yeah, they're playing well right
The Rockies
now.
are okay. Like, nobody's really, 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 really bad.
Yeah.
You don't have that very often. And when you have that, you can't just be like, yeah. This is fine, but we're just going to stop next year because the owners don't want to pony up any money.
Right.
But on the other hand, you can't have the Dodgers deferring that percentage of contracts. You can't. It's just not okay. It's not okay. It puts everybody at a disadvantage. And I know, well, everybody can do it. I know. But that's not going against their payroll. That's not going against, like, they're not paying that right now, which means they have more money. I don't know what people don't get. They're not giving out the money right now. So that means they're not getting taxed for it.
Yeah.
Now, it does go against their cap or whatever. But at the end of the day, in baseball, what does that really mean? You pay a tax on it, that's it.
Yeah.
Okay? You're not paying it for another 10 years.
Yeah.
You deferred 97% of Shohei Ohtani's contract. Players need to realize that if they want to win and if they want to do whatever, they're going to have to give up some dough here. You got to get over it because there's 26 guys on your roster. 40-man roster, really.
The numbers were really a little shocking. I mean, the ceiling even being 245 is ridiculous. I mean, we're paying Bryce $300 million. So what are we gonna have to cut Bryce Harper when it's set like that? You know what I'm saying? Like,
that's the
that's
other
the thing.
issue.
It's like weird. Like, it's like, bro, like there's a lot of players making like more than that in this league, and it's just like it. I mean, I guess maybe put the ceiling higher. I don't know. Like, that's the thing. And I guess it brings to this whole situation of like, if we're gonna have baseball next year, like, I have no idea. It sucks. It's unfortunate. It's very annoying as a baseball fan, just because it's just like
two groups of billionaires and millionaires can't just figure it out.
Right. Exactly.
And I know that breaks it down and really dumbs it down.
Right.
But like, it's kind of what's happening.
Yeah. No, it's
And
annoying.
245 is not enough. But to your point about maybe having to cut people, I feel like you got to grandfather these contracts in. Those contracts were signed before the last strike.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Like, come on now.
Yeah.
Come on.
Exactly. Hopefully it gets figured out. I don't know. It's, again, as we go along, we'll bring up more about it, but that's a whole discussion. Maybe for a fully pod another day or whatever.
Yeah. Or maybe during a live or something. Who knows?
Exactly. All right. So before we get out of here, just some house cleaning stuff real quick. Some news reports that came out recently. A big one that I want to talk about is Aiden Miller. Obviously, we all know he's having a chronic back issue right now, which is not really one of the greatest things to hear, considering he's one of our top prospects. And, he's young as hell, too, which is just ridiculous.
Chronic back problems at 24, not great.
Right. So Cole Weidtrom, how do we say his last name? Sorry if I mispronounced it, but one of the reporters on NBC, he put out a tweet today saying Phillies GM Preston Mattingly on Aiden Miller's status. He said, "We're leaning on medical. He's still just doing his rehab program at this point, not baseball activities. He was reportedly doing light baseball activities, not any longer." I'm gonna be honest with you. I hope the kid's okay. Really, at the end of the day, like health wise. But I'm not gonna lie to you. Like, I don't feel the greatest about this right now. And to be quite honest with you, when I seen the report, I really deem it bat an eye because guess what? I can't like.
I'm trying
there's-
to push it out of my brain.
There's so much other stuff right now that like I pay attention to that like I can't even deal. I can't even have that on my plate right now, dude.
Yeah,
Like,
I
I
know,
really
yeah,
can't. Like
right.
again, I hope he gets better. I hope he's good. I want this dude to have a successful career. But dude, I can't do it right now.
Yeah, I know.
can't. I unfortunately cannot do it. So I don't know what's gonna happen with him. I really don't.
yeah.
Like
I think it takes it away from the forefront too. Now that Bohm's playing okay,
right.
because I think people were real mad and really feeling some type of way when Bohm wasn't playing well, and they're like, "Well, if only we had Aiden Miller," and they were all mad.
right. Yeah.
If only did we beat in the World Series? Okay.
Right. Right.
Now that Bohm was playing well, I don't think everybody. Hello.
Hello.
I don't think everybody is as distraught about Aiden Miller since
Right.
Bohm's playing decent-ish.
Right.
Like, we're monitoring it, but he's playing
Right.
okay. You know, Like,
Exactly. Yeah.
they're not grabbing the torch and pitchforks anymore, which is a
Right.
plus. But I
Okay.
don't know, man. I don't know. I hope he's okay.
I do. Yeah. Me too. Like, but like, it's an issue, man. Like, it's
Yeah, for sure.
really it's worrisome. Okay, like chronic back issue at his age, it's like, oh boy, we've seen this before and it did not end well. So
Right.
but and then real quick, I Phillies tailgate put it out or whatever. Buster Olney was talking about Tariq Schoolboy the other day. Apparently, like talking about him getting traded, the Phillies name was thrown in there. What do you feel about possibly getting Schoolboy? I mean,
If we get Tariq Schoolboy, oh my god,
I'm just
dude.
he's a great pitcher, I know, but
But
like.
the problem is we still get it. So
Well,
it
that's the
doesn't
thing. It's just like
matter.
it really shouldn't be a main focus.
And what would you have to give up?
Right? Yeah, like half
A
the
lot.
team. Yeah, exactly.
And we don't have any pitching prospects because we traded them all away.
right.
So
Oh, and speaking of us needy hitters, just for anybody who's curious or aware, the Phillies are going to be interested in looking for a right-handed bat deadline this year.
oh yeah.
I feel like that report.
Can't believe that. I'm in shock.
Somebody posted earlier. It's Groundhog Day again.
Yeah, somebody was like, who was it? Was it oh crap.
Might have been Phillies tailgate. If anything.
Was it Destiny hold on. I need to see if it had to be her. Yeah, yep. Underdog put out well, they quoted Nightingale and said Phillies will be looking for a right-handed batter at the deadline. Destiny Lagarde said the sky is also blue.
Right. Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah,
Fork-
Phillies tailgate said a yearly tradition. Yep.
Fork found in kitchen. Yeah. We
Yeah,
know. like it's crazy, right? Like at this point, you just
Yeah.
laugh about it because it's like, yeah, we knew this, bro. Like
But that's
we're-
Dombrowski's biggest blunder is he hasn't fixed this outfield
well, yeah. So,
or gotten a right-handed power hitter. Maybe you should have kept Reese Hoskins.
well, all right.
Who
yeah,
said that?
well, I mean, look at Reese Hoskins' stats right now. So, I mean, you could also say that. So, because I mean, if he was doing that right now, then people would be calling for his head. So, you gotta be fair. Hindsight's 2020 now. Come on now. But yeah, so we got the day off tomorrow. Then you got the Padres coming into town, and then the White Sox after that. We'll probably maybe talk after the Padres series. We'll see. Oh, and just real quick, I know I posted on the story about it, but there's a possibly new cover art coming out for the podcast. Still in the works right now. But when it's finally done and finalized, we'll be putting out there. I'm pretty excited about it, man. I feel like,
Cool.
sometimes you got to like upgrade some things,
Yeah.
switch it up a little bit, but I'm pretty hyped for that. And then outside of that, like I said, we'll just keep you updated and then possibly be back after one of these series. So you got anything else though?
Go Phils.
Go Phils. We out of here. Peace.